cortex, technology is going to be the end of me. Technology is the end of everybody. The fact that people choose that over the real thing. This just kind of proves that, you know, people don't really care about their life. Like, they don't really value their life. Because they're not thinking what's going to happen further down the line. Like, they look at something that makes their life more convenient, and they go, oh wow, this is amazing. This is so much quicker and more efficient, and I can get more things done because of this. And they appreciate that for maybe like 5 minutes. And then they get accustomed to it. And then they don't know what they do without it. Well, that's not good. Lack of appreciation is not good. Bogus expectation is not good. It's like you expect everything to work. And the reason why you expect it to work is because it worked before. So why wouldn't it continue to work? But how often does it happen where things break down, things fall apart, and then you have to have a person, that's right, a person, a human being, come fix it. Sometimes I think that, like, all this stuff with AI is like a psyop. So they want people to think that the technology is way more advanced than it actually is. But other times I think the opposite is true. Like, they don't want people to know, like, all this stuff that they got going. They don't want people to realize that, you know, they gave society smartphone technology for us to ruin ourselves. And I feel like the only people that can see that happening are people that either don't have a smartphone or people that have significantly limited their use. Like, I met this guy the other day. He's a physical therapist, and he told me that he keeps his phone locked so he can't access it for longer than 30 minutes every single day. And he doesn't let his children use that technology. He's on his P's and Q's about that. I told him, you're one of the few. Most people that have a smartphone are self-destructing on a regular basis. And that's why I'm against it, y'all. It's not because I want to feel better about myself because I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I mean, that's always been the case. Every single time that I try to do what everybody else is doing, I feel like an idiot because most people are idiots. But I'm even more of an idiot because I thought that I could lie to myself and pretend to be an idiot and pretend that I enjoy the things that the idiots enjoy. And I don't mean for that to be all judgy, because they know not what they do. But I think that there's like a particular mindset. Like, you really have to be a full-blown schizophrenic. According to society. I mean, you might not actually have schizophrenia, but people are going to think that you do. Because of how much you question your reality. So, why wouldn't schizophrenia be stigmatized out the wazoo? If people that have that glorious gift from God. We are on a higher plane, and I know that sounds a little narcissistic, but what's so silly about that, it's like if you're aware, you're fine. It's the people that aren't aware that are the biggest problem, okay? The reason why cluster B personality types are so dangerous is because they do not have any awareness. It's like the sociopaths in that particular personality cluster are the healthiest because they know that they're fucking people over. Whereas borderlines, histrionics, and narcissists, they just do it because they're messed up. Like emotionally, they're really, really messed up. But I think that people just, they have a really gross misconception of, you know, this whole idea that, you know, people are victims and all that. I mean, I'm not saying that people aren't victims, but they're definitely not victims the way that they seem to think. People are way more victimized because of things that they refuse to deal with. You know, like say, God forbid, you were molested when you were 6 years old. If you don't deal with that trauma, more than likely you're going to... Sorry, I'm trying to parallel park right now. That's why I'm struggling, okay? Alright, we did it, y'all. We did it. See? Told ya. We don't lie, okay? But anyway, let's say something really horrible happened to you when you were a kid. You don't deal with that. You don't face that trauma. What you're going to end up doing for the rest of your life is running away from that. You're probably going to become an alcoholic or an addict. But not only that, you're going to take that out on other people around you. And if something triggers you, if something reminds you of the event, you're not going to have any choice but to, you know, lash out at people that had nothing to do with that. And so, that's why, like, I stress, you know, facing yourself. I get that there are plenty of people out there that have a lot of trauma. All of the booze and the pills and, you know, the stuff that people do on a regular basis, you know, I think that people are giving themselves trauma. I think with the phones especially, you know, all this obsession with identity, you know, it's making people insane, dude. And so that's why I'm against it. I'm against your smartphone. Just to let you know, I'm against it. It's the worst thing about you. You need to get rid of it. If you don't get rid of it, you're probably going to burn in hell. I'm just letting you know. I know I sound crazy. I don't care how crazy I sound. I'm putting this message out there to let people know that what they're doing is so destructive. And it's so hedonistic on so many levels. I get that there are certain aspects to it that are not hedonistic, that are just, you know, the way of the world, as people love to tell me. But because of the fact that there are so many more hedonistic aspects of it, because of the fact that it can be used as a weapon, and it very much is a weapon, it's not good. So, I don't understand. It's like, there are like 5 pros and 500 cons. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so people aren't dealing with their trauma. Like, say you don't have trauma. Say you really want to believe you have trauma, though, all because a guy looked at you and made you feel uncomfortable. Therefore, all men are evil, right? Well, you can invent trauma, but you're inventing problems with yourself. I mean, so many people, they think that they're another gender, which is just... this world, man. You know? I mean, I'm not being judgmental either. I'm not looking at these people with disdain. You know, I just feel sorry for them. I really do. They're insecure, okay? So it's easier for them to take that insecurity and put a label on it than it is for them to just admit the fact that they don't know who they are. It's easier for them to put on makeup, go cut their hair, you know? It's like, you see this all the time. People don't talk about this aspect as much as they talk about the trans stuff. But this whole world is fake. This country especially. This country is shit. This country is fucking shit. And the reason why it's shit is because of this fake aspect about everything. It's like people only care about the outward appearance. They only care about what they see on the surface. So it's like these people complaining about various things happening in the news, like they're only complaining about it because they see it. It's happening all the time. You know? Like that thing with... I watched some of this and I just thought it was funny. They're making such a big deal about it. That fucking satanic dance that they were doing. You know what I'm talking about? With that gay dude. I don't even want to say his name. That's one of my personal rules, that I don't say people's names. I break my personal rules every once in a while. We did that the other night. We went through a drive-thru, okay? It was horrible. It was a horrible, horrible experience. And I regretted it immediately, okay? Well, anyway, what was I saying? One of my personal rules is that I don't name names. Because there's just no point in doing that anyway. It's not going to take anybody down. Nothing bad is going to stop happening, all because you name names. But yeah, there was some like satanic performance at the Grammys, right? And all these conservatives are making a big deal about it online because, you know, why would they do anything that really matters? You know, you just like send a mean tweet, you know? Of course they're going to choose something that has the most minimal effort humanly possible, right? But yeah, they're making a big deal about it. Talking about how, oh, Satan's coming for your children, and as if that wasn't already happening, you know? Like, in the one sense, because, you know, devil's advocate, we do this a lot, we just, you know, try to understand, you know, how God is working. So maybe, like, all this stuff is being put out there, you know, for people to see it and understand, like, how bad it really is and how prevalent it is in our society, and it needs to be stopped. And well, but what do you think they're going to do? Maybe God is just proven just how stupid everybody, how lazy everybody is, and how uncreative everybody is. You're not going to change the culture by bitching about it. You're going to change the culture by providing an alternative. Yours truly is doing that. We're just doing it at the lowest possible level, man. I know. I probably seem like I don't have self-awareness. I hate the world you live in. It's a crappy crap world. And it's fake. And you deserve to suffer for accepting it. I need to go to church, but I'm just like sitting in the car bitching about people bitching. So how am I any different, right? The solution's in the church. You might not believe that. That doesn't make it any less of a fact. But we are the church, you know? We're the temple of the living God. And I don't see people like really acknowledging that. There are a few people that can see that a lot of this is, just fucking stupid. It's just gossip, drama. But they're not willing to, do the right thing. They're not willing to use their phone less. They're not willing to, get people off of the thing that they're totally dependent on. Like, you can't bitch about technology and then have an iPhone. Like, I'm sorry, but, you're such a hypocrite. It, makes my blood boil, dude. I mean, I just don't even understand, well, I do understand they're addicts, but I'm telling you, just try to go one whole day without your phone. You'll totally understand what I'm talking about. You'll probably want to kill yourself after that experiment is performed. Yeah, that's why they're not doing it. Yeah. But there are plenty of people that have taken my advice and they're a lot happier because of it. Listen to Amy Gross, you will actually prosper in your life. Spiritual life, rather. I need to mention that because most people want to succeed in the world. That's not what we're about, obviously. We're shadow banned for a reason, okay? They don't want people to know that, you don't have to go along with this crap. You don't have to constantly talk about, things that are in the news. Okay, pray for these people that are negatively impacted by the powers that be. That's really all you can do. I mean, you can send them money. I guess you can send them food or, try to help them. But I guarantee you're not helping them by going on Twitter. You're not helping them by sending hashtags. You're not helping them by talking about, the WHO and, I mean, it's just all these boogeymen. All these boogeymen that they want to focus on. The more you focus on that, the less you focus on God. So, Satan still got you, even though you swear up and down that, you're against all that. I'll believe it when I see it. You curl up at the Antichrist every fucking night. You wake up to the Antichrist. You have the Antichrist in your pocket every day, all day. Hashtag Antichrist. Get that trending.